Greetings, hello. How you doing? First video of the day. Sadly, there's a shooting in Kenosha, Wisconsin, in a protest by, no surprise here, right? The right wing, right? It's a left protest, and who starts shooting? Who starts shooting? Anybody? Can I get a random guess? Can I get a random guess who starts shooting at a left-wing protest? That's right, it's a right-wing fuck. As it always is. The left, this is what the left, let me explain this to you. Let me break it down real quick. The left, when they protest and they clamor for change, unless they get power, they don't kill. For the most part, they don't kill. Now, there have been instances where they do kill, but those are rare and far between. In America, the left usually does not kill. They destroy property, and sometimes in that property, people die by accident, right? But for the most part, they don't kill. The right wing just straight up kills people. They, like, straight up, like, hey, race wars happen and we gotta start murdering people. That's what they're about. They're fascists. They don't respect life at all, even though they claim they do. As long as it's not their life, it doesn't matter. Anyways, let's get into the video. The protesters and the reason behind it is clear and self-evident. Jacob Blake shooting. I would be surprised if there were no protests. This is definitely a thing people should be protesting for or against. The NBA canceled a couple games because the Wisconsin team, the Bucks or whatever. I don't watch basketball. One of the teams just totally, and protest dipped out, which I commend them. I think 2 more teams. I might be wrong on that, but I heard 3 games were postponed and or canceled due to this shooting. Well, not to this shooting, but the Jacob Blake shooting where he got shot 7 times in the back by police. Excuse me. What the fuck? 7 times in the back. What kind of policing is that? And then, oh my God, I went to Twitter, and sometimes you want to go to Twitter, sometimes you don't want to go to Twitter. But you just can't resist, right? You go there, and then the comments are like, oh, well, he was asking for it. There's a criminal history. He did this in his past. He did that in his past. Does that constitute being shot 7 times in the back while walking away from the police? Sure, he got in his car, but it doesn't constitute him getting shot 7 times. The police in this country are just taken off the street and like given a gun. Like, here you go, you're a cop now. Congratulations. Start enforcing the law. America is a shithole of a country, It has its pluses, but like certain sections are so bad, like healthcare, policing, and the cost of education are so bad in this country. It is borderline third world. Anyways, now we're getting off topic to the video. Let's begin the video. And I'm probably not even gonna have time, or not time, I'm not even gonna have anything to say because I just kind of said it.
2 people were killed there last night, another wounded when shots rang out during protests over the shooting of Jacob Blake by police. We are still learning about the victims and about who allegedly opened fire on the 3rd strike.
Who allegedly opened fire? It was a right-wing fucking, like, I heard he was 17 or some shit. Kyle something. It had to be somebody named Kyle. Like, come on.
Night of clashes.
I shouldn't be laughing at this. This is tragic.
He's in Kenosha right now with more on this story. Mola, what can you tell us?
Well, Gail, police are still looking for the shooter or the shooters.
Police are still looking for the shooter.
What do you? No, dude. The police are looking for the shooter. The shooter literally walked up to the police, and the police gave him water, and they said, "Thank you for being out here." That's what happened. The protesters were saying, hey, that man started shooting and shot somebody, and the police did nothing. How do you not riot when this is the case? Like,
been the front line in the standoff
it's ridiculous
between protesters and police here at the courthouse. You see the damage, the burnt out trucks, you see the debris, the water bottles protesters were throwing at police, the tear gas canisters from police, the steel fencing that police put up in order to protect themselves.
I'm surprised the steel fencing didn't come down yesterday.
Blake's family is calling for peace.
I don't know. If I was a family, I would not be calling for
Mother,
peace.
Julia Jackson says it's difficult to describe what her family is going through.
At least he's alive. At least that is something good
Just an object.
in this whole scenario. He's still alive. He probably will never walk, but
protests on Tuesday.
you know, at least he's alive.
Through here, through the city, I noticed a lot of damage. It doesn't reflect my son or my family.
Alright, let's hear this. What'd he do? What'd he do?
Streets of Kenosha once again overnight. 2 people were killed.
Hold on. Dude, these guys were chasing him. Okay, dude, this is what I read. Okay. Fuck the people commenting. Dude, I was reading the comments a little bit before this and the like to dislike ratio, and it is just a bunch of, like, straight up fascists, like, commenting. It is ridiculous, because the reason what they were chasing, so I saw a comment here, okay, social Darwinism, what did they think the outcome of attacking a guy with a rifle would be? Yes, attacking a guy with a rifle would not be the best idea, right? But the reason they were chasing him down and attacking him was because he had already shot somebody in a parking lot. That's what they were chasing him. They're like, that's the guy who shot him. So the people started chasing him, and then the people who ran up to him got shot again. Oh my God, dude. The logic behind these fucking people. He was just protecting himself. It was clearly self-defense. How are there this many fascists on, like, CBS News? This is ridiculous. Dude, these people in the comments are psychopaths. The people defending the shooter are complete psychopaths. I do not understand. What mind frame are they coming from? Somebody please explain to me. How can somebody who shoots somebody in a parking lot and then gets chased down by other people for shooting, and then they start attacking him, he defends himself, quote unquote, and then the people support him? This is, dude, I am saddened by the comments in this. I'm glad there's, like, free speech and shit, and I'm not gonna say to censor these people, but, like, hold on, look at this. Look at this. I mean, if it was a black guy acting in self-defense, everybody would be defending him. What world does he live in? Every time a black person gets shot, doesn't matter if it's self-defense, the people on the right go, oh, look at his backstory. He probably smoked a joint in his past at some point. This is, oh my God. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. I hope these people never vote. First of all, I hope these people never vote. And second, I hope this 17-year-old gets the death penalty. I hope that's what happens to him. Let's finish the video. This is ridiculous.
Shooting broke out.
I don't want your pity. I want change.
At the same
I would show you the video of, like, the first guy who he shot in the parking lot, but I would probably get banned by Twitter because it's pretty raunchy. It is. Yeah, this country's a shithole.
Mother spoke. One of Blake's sisters, Letitra Weidman, called for action.
I'm angry. And I'm tired. I haven't cried one time. I stopped crying years ago.
Love the T-Mobile phone going off in the background.
I have been watching police murder people that look like me for years.
Yeah.
Blake's attorney says the 29-year-old endured as many as 8 bullets.
Like, why not just taser him? Why not taser him?
Bullet holes in his stomach and liver, shattered vertebrae, and kidney damage. Ben Crump is representing Blake and his family.
It is going to take
the people who defend the shooter. Of those 3 people who shot the 3 people during the protests, and the cops are literal fascists, and you shouldn't listen to them. They have 0 good points made. They have 0 ground to stand on. It is absolutely ridiculous that people still support him after the overwhelming evidence. The only reason they support him is because they're fascists and are racist. There is literally 0 reason otherwise. They are psychopaths, and just delusional fucks. That's it. That's rant over.
A miracle for Jacob Blake Jr. to ever walk again.
Newly surfaced video appears to show a different angle of the moments leading up to Sunday's shooting. Blake can be seen on the ground before he gets up and walks to the other side of the gray SUV.
Just get the taser out. Get the taser out.
In terms of communication and transparency.
The police were... I would do a better job than the fucking cops there, dude.
They only want to get information from the family and the friends who were there that day, but they have offered this family no answers whatsoever.
Look at all these. The paramedics are the only good people there, and the community.
Anybody that is white that is doing an investigation about a black young man that was shot 7 times in his back and haven't come up with an answer or a comment at this point is not welcome.
Ms. Jackson,
good point.
You know the names, right? George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, and Michael Brown, and, you know, Breonna Taylor. How does that feel to have your son on that list?
Unreal. Never in a million years did I think.
Thank God he's not dead. Thank God he's not. Thank God for the policeman's terrible training and shooting ability. Thank God for that.
Blake is still recovering from his injuries. His family tells us that he underwent surgery last night. The Blakes are calling for the immediate firing of the officers.
Oh, absolutely. Firing and...
CBS News has made...
They're just calling for a firing? That's all they're calling for? Oh, my God. I would call for a lot more than firing. And again, all these people in the comments, how they're defending the shooter, the young kid, animal, I'm going to call him, who shot 3 people yesterday in the protests. These guys, everybody in the comments, can just go fuck themselves. Hope you don't vote. I really hope you don't vote. Also, I'm surprised that CBS This Morning has this many fascists watching it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Blows my mind. Blows my mind.